Still looking to earn your invite for the free Players Championship? Visit ppgeventmanagement.com to learn about the different qualifiers available. From one-day events to play-on-your-own-schedule events, all events offer a buyback or cash option along with a 100% credit option redeemable towards any future pre-order at competitive prices. Grinding and getting paid to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Has never been easier. Play with the most professional worldwide tournament series today and join the online community. Come join us on Discord for assistance, info, and even discussions about future events.
Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka NBT, and we are back with the Weekend Championship of the Pro Play Games Origin event. I am joined in the studio, in quotes here, by Dale13, filling in for Alexander Simo, who had a family emergency. We have been through 6 rounds of Swiss, 1 round of Top Cut, and we are watching an extremely silly deck.
Not just 1, 2. Well, I say 2. Both are very powerful and interesting concoctions, and both of them have made it all the way to the top 4. So it's going to be interesting to see who takes it from this one.
You can see CX Pentagos has a board that we have had to contend with a lot of late. Exilenced has a board maybe you're a little less familiar with. CX Pentagos is playing a 60-card monstrosity. It is Invoked, Shadow, Eldlich, trying to marry all of the potential control archetypes in the world. And Exilenced is playing a deck that defies explanation. It is Subterror Madolche, and that is not a mispronunciation. That's really what they're playing. The main gist of it is that by using the effect of Patetting Sasur to summon from deck both herself and a copy of Angeli, then Angeli to go into Hootcake, Hootcake to go to Messenger Auto, you get a Promenade that's an extra negate, and 3 link material with a normal summon turns into a copy of Access Code Talker. It's a way for Subterror, which is a deck that has a lot of trouble dealing with established board states, to deal with established board states. And it's worked really well. It's created extremely gummy, sticky monsters that have been difficult for their Salamangreat, Dinosaur, Eldlich, Invoked, and Chaos Thunder players to deal with over the course of this tournament. They are going to see if they can make it happen one more time to make it into finals.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interaction. I think you've got the defensive plays of Macabre alongside your Winder, and then you've got the offensive plays of Construct alongside your Purgatrio, and then chuckle in the middle of that, you're then going with your Conquistador, your Cuero, and then the Golden Lord himself. Not to mention, when you look on the other side of the field, you've got the defensive nature of the Subterrors, and then the incredible OTK powerhouse that is, of course, the Madolche engine as well.
For what it's worth, there were like 4 or 5 Madolche players in today's 60-person event, and I think this is the only one that made Top Cut. Like, all the pure decks just wilted, faltered at some point, bricked, as the deck is so prone to doing. The only one that made it is the 6-card Madolche engine stuffed into Subterror. Just an unbelievable deck. Like we're going to link summon using Conquistador and Reshadal Wendy. There are not a ton of possible summons here, but Verte Anaconda is one of them, and this is maybe the breakout card of the format. Verte Anaconda has been everywhere today in any 60-card monstrosity, just enabling a summon of some really, really ridiculous monsters, but unfortunately does require 2 effect mons. So as much as they would like is not available from a Conquistador of the Golden Land. Hilarious, but also frustrating. Instead, they're going to go into Cross Sheep.
Yeah, I mean, Cross Sheep is going to be will do just as well for the deck. Help them get using more of the cards to bring them back. Bring back your Windy, bring back your Alistair, link higher, and kind of move your plays further forward that way. Do have the Invocation in the grave, so we do need to get Alistair banished at some point as well.
Oh, this sucks. Wait a minute. They're just making Cross Sheep and passing? To no play at all. Gonna get a copy of Eldlich or the Scarlet Sanguine. This is the only copy, and the only one that Exilenced is going to have to contend with. They're going to final battle here in order to flip up their copy of Guru, get themselves another copy of Fiendus, and prevent that card from ever resolving, I would expect.
Yeah, for sure. It looks that way.
This is looking really, really bad for the Invoked player. Obviously, they want to be able to leverage their high-impact spells like Shadow Fusion, but are unable to do so against a deck that does not ever go into the extra until the game is all the way over.
Yeah, I suppose this is the one good thing with the Guru engine itself is technically Guru plus Battle outs Window with ease.
So we're going to get Fiendus for Fiendus, and hilariously, that does work. Fiendus can be activated from the field or the hand, so keeping a Fiendus on board at all stages of this in case the opponent decides to get cheeky and fire off this copy of Scarlet Sanguine. Adding a Fiendus to hand, just basically no out for any card that wants to resolve here. Going to battle phase, walking over the cross sheep with this copy of Fiendus. Let's see what happens. That's going to go to the graveyard at 100 life points. Will be the deduction, followed by a Guru attack. I would imagine in damage step we will see an activation of Final Battle.
Yeah,
Silence is thinking about it. Oh, just decides to move to end phase.
maybe he wants to try and keep. I don't know. That's strange. He does have the quick effect of Guru right now because of the Fiendess is live. Ooh, Sanguine.
The Sanguine at end step probably will Fiend to Fiendus. Likely one of the ones on field. From this position, they'll be able to banish it on their next turn, but it looks like it's being allowed to resolve, and Eldlich has made it onto the field. This is a hassle for Subterra to get around. I don't know why you would let that resolve.
No.
Oh, so that you can negate the Conquistador afterwards. Ooh, there can be only one the flip. This is going to send one of the Fienduses on the field to the graveyard, but more importantly, will prevent the summon of a zombie monster in Conquistador. They'll also activate Final Battle. Oh, flipping one of the Fienduses face down. Adorable! So now they can keep both the Fiendus and the Guru with the ability to negate an effect or an attack with Hidden City, or replace the Fiendus should this come back. Fun fact, if you negate an Eldlich spell or trap, it just sits there. Just sits there like an idiot. Wow, this is... Yeah, I don't really see an out for the Invoked player. I would consider scooping it up from this position.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot more you can kind of do from this position right now.
I think we're going to set one card. If we could just figure out a way to banish this A-lister, we could get the Invocation line back online, but, I mean, that's easier said than done. This is something. They're going to flip down the Eldlich and then activate Final Battle to flip up the Guru, activating the Guru effect. Archer is insane here. I believe Exilence is on one Archer as their only non-Guru Fiendus Final Battle target. Okay, they're going to add that. That'll be able to spin any of these set cards, a very powerful tool in the arsenal of Guru. And wow, this is just Guru doing as Guru does, has literally nothing to do with GuruDolche yet. Enjoy your flip, monster. The Eldlich will fire off Subterra Guru's Final Battle in damage step in order to get over it, and just slowly picking apart this board.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite impressive. Usually we're seeing, Invoked, Subterras, and even Eldlich themselves picking boards apart, but we're now watching Guru, and you would never guess that there's even a single GuruDolche in this deck either.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy if CX Pentecost doesn't know already. going to be wild in game 2 when they go into like Glass Souffle Pass. Called by the Grave for the Eldlich even. Jeez. No quarter for this deck. Oh my gosh. Yep, and CX Penagos has seen enough, says, let's go next. I don't think I can sit in this game any longer.
If you don't know there's Madolche sitting in there, do you let it go second? Do you say, okay, I'm going to go first. I'm going to do my Invoked. I'm going to set up my window plays. I'm going to do all of that stuff. I mean, if you don't know the Madolches are coming, they will certainly cause you so many issues. But will Winder Pass be enough to stop that even being a threat?
This is really frustrating because the Invoked Eldlich player has gotten this far by leveraging the insane consistent power of Winda, the ability to fire off huge haymakers like Shadow Fusion, the accessibility of cards like Mechaba into opposing hand traps, and this deck does not give you anything you could use those with. Nothing from the extra. Nothing that enables really powerful plays. Like, you are going to have to do all the setup work yourself. And CX Penagos, understanding that, is going to pick first for game 2, starting with a Magical Meltdown. This is a fantastic start, but has to be followed up with some additional plays of their own.
Yeah, I mean, if the Alistair goes through uninterrupted, there's still so much that needs to be done. You still need to be able to set up your own Macabre, and even then, your hand advantage is so low that a Pudding Cecil or an Angeli, considering both of them are one-card combos that can lead to the OTK, can really pick that apart with ease.
Just quickly looking in on the other match, it looks like Jason Leonard is about to take the first of the series, or the second, depending on how fast they played game 1, but I find that unlikely. Alright, so you've seen this play before. We're going to go from A-Lister the Invoker into Salaman Great Almirage into Secure Gardener. And then we can fire off the Invocation to get ourselves a copy of Macabre, continue the rest of our plays unimpeded. Now, the problem with Shadow and the problem with Eldlich is going first, they don't do a ton. Oh, but Lancia comes down in response to the Invocation, and unless you got another A-Lister in hand, that is going to fizzle. Oh no. Is that it? Oh, and the pass back, all of these insanely powerful cards in Shadow Fusion in the Eldliches just do nothing against Artifact Lancia. Exilenced gonna Cosmic Cyclone this copy of Conquistador of the Golden Land, fire off the Hidden City, and oh my god, is this gonna be it? Going to activate here from deck. Going to find a copy of Subterra Fiendus. They'll be able to walk over this copy of Secure Gardener, unless, I don't know, they have an Honest. And again, no Madolches. Where are the Madolches? They've featured so heavily in every other round.
Taking them all out. He's gone pure Guru.
Silenced, like Rock Lee has just like shed the Madolches from his deck, and it's like, forget it. I'm just normal summoning Guru passing. That's the only way to win. Alright, the only hand that I could imagine that would produce that outcome is one that has 2 Magical Meltdowns. I know it's a 60-card deck. Oh, 2 Invocations is pretty similar. That is very much going to eat a Fiendus. Maybe a Called By. You know, there's so many things that interact with this in just a terrible way. It looks like it is going to resolve. We're going to banish the A-Lister and this copy of Lancia. Let's get ourselves a copy of Macabre here. Oh, of course, Magical Meltdown. Excuse me. I keep forgetting that cards have text on them. Activate the effect of Invocation here. Get that A-Lister back in hand. And I kind of like just going to battle phase. Frozen Match going to be flipped afterwards. That is a little problematic, but I still think I like attacking. What's the
Yeah,
worst
I mean-
that can happen? This final battle, you activate A-lister in hand, they chain Fiendus, Guru goes face down. Does final battle still work in that scenario? Oh my god.
Or you just Rainbow Neos it out.
Yeah, we just have Neos Fusion. Yeah, okay. So Neos Fusion is going to go into a Rainbow Neos. Hilariously, still works under Gozen Match. And while Gozen Match has a lot of utility against a lot of decks, this is not really one of them. They can Fiendus this, but of course, the Fiendus can be met with the Macabre. No, they can't Fiendus it Meltdown! God! I'm going to forget this literally every time. I don't know what it is. It's so out comes Rainbow Neos, a hugely problematic card for Subterra to deal with just because it's got a boatload of attack. Also, a piece of work because it can just shuffle everything back in. We're going to activate Subterra Final Battle, I think probably calling no negation, and then chaining the effect of Subterra Guru to put that sucker face down because you literally can't beat it otherwise. This is a scenario where you can activate Macabre in order to banish Subterra Guru, but it'll be met with a Fiendus regardless. However, I think you probably still do it because don't you have to be able to change them both down for Guru to work? I don't actually know. You probably should. All right, that'll
cost.
We'll fiend the Fiendus, and we'll try to resolve as much as possible, it looks like. Afterwards, we can get the Trick Clown. I don't know if you even want to.
It doesn't really take you anywhere.
Rough. Back out of CX Penagos. Wow. They could flip up this Guru. Oh, wow. Hidden City is fantastic here. They could flip up this Guru, get a copy of Archer. Normal the Archer, walk into the set card, activate the effect of Archer. That fiends the Macabre. The Macabre fiends the Fiendus, but I think we're actually out of Fienduses, absent another copy of Hidden City. So if we get the missing piece here, I think we should be able to shuffle back the Rainbow Neos. While playing around Macabre at all times, that might be enough. If they have, like, a Veiler, this is terrible. Okay, well, thankfully they did not.
Double Fiendus. Oh, there you go. Angeli.
All right. That's a good one. Angeli's going to activate here. And from here, we can summon a copy of Betetting Sasur. You've seen this a couple of times. Betetting Sasur is going to special summon from deck, probably a Hootcake, because its stat line will be changed. The Hootcake can banish the Angeli to get a copy of Messengelato. Oh, but not if this copy of Macabre attempts to negate it. We're going to discard a Beast. That'll be negated by the Fiendus. So the Beast will resolve, drawing a single card. The Hootcake will be summoned, and then afterwards, I think the Hootcake can fire. Oh, the Beast has to be sent by an effect, not a cost. Silly me. Go into Messengelato, activate the effect of Messengelato, get a copy of Promenade, and then the Messengelato and the Betetting Sasur are both 4s, so if we like, we can go into Glass Souffle. The rough part of this is they don't really have a clean play around Macabre. Oh, outside of Tierra Masu, which I think just deals with the entire board.
Yeah, I mean, that'll just spin back to the remaining there.
God, and again, I mean, Guru has such a problem with established board states, but Tierra Masu is just a fantastic card for cleaning them up. This entire play done under Gozen Match, shuffling back the Macabre and this copy of Rainbow Neos, they can get in for not lethal, but they are pretty much in a an unlosable board state from this position. All right, we're going to use the effect of Hidden City, and just so you're all aware, Betetting Sasur says special summon monsters outside of GuruDolche, not summon period, although I don't think it necessarily matters. Guru's being flipped by the effect of Hidden City, not necessarily flip summoned. We're walking in with everything, and CX Penagos on a 1-turn clock says take 18. You've got 900 to work with. You are not going to be able to access Verite Anaconda. You finally will have your cards like Shadal Fusion online. Unfortunately, they will be online at the exact same time as I have my third Fiendus in hand. Go for it. And that's going to be it. CX Penagos admitting defeat, Exilenced winning the match, and oh my god, this deck's in finals.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that was textbook. It was a hey everyone. If you're enjoying the coverage of the Pro Play Tour online series, just remember, you can play in one yourself. Every Thursday you can enter our free weekly 64-player tournament with invites to the entire Top Cut. Every Saturday is our weekend championship, where you can enter a YCS-type event with 100% payout and even a cash payout option. The more players, the bigger the prizes. Can't commit time to play in our one-day events? We also host multiple 8-man pods daily, ready to fire on demand on your own schedule. All these events award invites to our free invite-only Players Championship with prizes supplied by our sponsors. For more information, visit ppgeventmanagement.com and come play with the pros.